I was really appreciative of our effort. I thought defensively we were hard to play against, and obviously a couple of shots went in, and offensively, I think the first half we had 16 assists on 19 baskets. I always like to see that. And, when you have number 2 on the court, when he's on your team and wearing one of your uniforms, you got a chance to run good offense. But our guys recognize that. I think they play a brand of selfless basketball that is enjoyable as a coach to be able to be a part of, and hopefully for the fans to watch. But so pretty decent effort on both sides of the floor, minus the free throws. Like they were shooting it like Anthony Smith used to.
It took into basketball tonight to 8 turnovers, and you mentioned 26 assists on 31 shots made. You get those extra possessions, your team, when it's really in sync, you watch that assist ratio to baskets made. That was something special here tonight.
Yeah, and Delaware State is much improved from last year. If you watch their games prior to this, now UConn got the best of them, but they're a top 15 team. I watched their game against Alabama last night. And man, are they impressive. But other than that game, they've been very competitive. Even the Virginia Tech game, which got away from them early, they kept playing hard. They had a 10-point loss at Nova. So it's not like the opponent wasn't a little bit challenging. So, again, I think the fact that we've had 3 games now in 5 days and we haven't practiced in 5 days because we really didn't do anything yesterday with shoot. Again, I was really pleased with our guys.
Head coach Ritchie McKay, Liberty beat Delaware State 80-53. Time down for some questions from the media in the media room. Go ahead, guys.
Ritchie, in terms of, you mentioned not practicing it, how pleased are you then with Colin Porter and his development, and it seeming like the all is starting to find its rhythm with him piloting it in spite of that challenge?
Yeah, Colin's a good player, and he keeps making deposits into his experience bank. And that is going to be something that we will withdraw plentiful from. I just think he's got a level of maturity and a composure about him that reminds me of a freshman we had at UVA that kind of made the turn for us in London Prentice. So I like what he's doing out there, and his teammates. He's really popular with his teammates, and that's always a worthy thing when you're a point guard.
Coach Darius went over 2,000 tonight for his career. I think he's one of the 4th guy in school history to reach that plateau. Just how important or how big of a honor is that for him to get to that point?
Yeah, 2,000 points is a lot of points, and if you add up his high score, combine his high school points, he's over $5,000 now. That kid can really score the ball, and I think every accolade that he receives or milestone plateau that he accomplishes, man, I'm standing up and clapping my hands because I want to celebrate him. I think he did what's uncommon, and especially in this day and age of NIL and instant gratification. So really happy for him. It speaks volumes to his ability, but also it was mentioned in the locker room that he did it by one of his teammates, and that tells you what kind of room that is in there.
Zach Cleveland, freshman forward, but leads the team tonight with 7 assists, no turnovers. Is that type of game that, a big man like him, you've maybe seen him do that type of thing in practice in preseason?
Yeah, Zach went from a DMP against Bradley to, I thought, a really good game tonight. We've seen flashes of that throughout the fall and even some in the early season. So between he and freshman comrade Colin Porter and Ben Sullivan, Ben Sullivan's going to be a really good player for us too. Really like what's the youth that we have in our program.
You got about 4 or 5 days off now. Is this coming at a good time? It's been a busy week for you.
Yeah, I think our guys are a little exhausted, a little mentally and physically exhausted. So chance to kind of push the reset button and get back in the class and that routine. We don't play again until Friday, so we have some days to prep, but we also need to do a little bit more skill development because that's something that when you're in Cancun and you're in a tournament, there's not access to the gyms like there are here. So I think our guys look forward to getting back to routine after another day off. All right, guys, thank you.